Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of 5 quiz challengers pit their wits against possibly the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads. Oh, and you're playing well at the moment, Eggs.
Oh, thank you very much.
And not very modest, are you, either?
Really?
They're enjoying the feeling. Hoping to beat our quiz Goliaths today are the Hotchpotches from Oxfordshire. Now, this team know each other through their work with the charity Enrich, which supports adults with disabilities, helping them enjoy the most active and independent lives possible. Let's meet them.
Hello, I'm Sue. I'm a charity volunteer coordinator.
Hello, I'm Carolyn. I'm a chartered accountant and lecturer.
Hello, I'm Gareth and I'm a disability engagement officer.
Hello, I'm Rachel and I'm an operations manager.
Hello, I'm Sam. I'm a retired teacher.
So, Sue and team, hello.
Hello.
Very nice to see you. And Enrich is what it's all about, which is capital letters, isn't it, Sue?
Yeah, we support people with physical disabilities. We were actually founded by Leonard Cheshire and Sue Ryder, and the RYC in the name is coming from their names.
Oh, I see, Ryder and Cheshire. Got it, yeah.
Yeah. And the main service we offer is to find like-minded volunteers to share some sort of hobby, sport, interest with people, bring a bit of colour, a bit of fun into their lives.
How brilliant. And
Yeah.
do you all call yourselves Enrichers?
We do. We
Right.
do. Absolutely.
And the fun part involve quizzing at all? Is there a bit of quizzing?
We do quizzing as fundraisers and the likes, because obviously
good.
as a charity you're always asked after raising money.
Yeah, sure.
And we all support the charity in different ways.
And the name Hotchpotches, help me here.
Well, we sort of a group of people from different walks of life come together, and so we're a bit of this and a bit of that, so we thought we'd be the Hotchpotches.
Well, that could be perfect for quizzing.
Yes.
Good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. If the challengers fail to win, we just roll the prize money over to the next show. Now, Hotchpotches, I was slightly begrudgingly praising the Eggheads earlier because they have been playing very, very well and they've won the last 15 games. Judith has been doing that roll of the shoulders, haven't you? That's danger. So that means there's £16,000 if you beat them.
Yeah. Wow.
OK.
I think
Would you like to try?
I certainly would.
Good. The first head-to-head battle is on the subject of film and TV. So one of you, please, against either Beth, Chris, Pat, Steve or Judith.
Is that you, Caroline?
Is that you, Gareth?
No, I'll go the second, so...
Are you our sport person?
Yeah.
Shall we go, you, Caroline?
Yeah.
OK.
Chris, against, shall we go? I don't
Carolyn?
know, they're all good.
Okay.
Carolyn, yeah. Let's do Chris, because he looks nice.
Yeah. Carolyn from the Hotchpotches taking on Chris from the Eggheads. I'm not going to mention Blazing Saddles, Chris.
No. Although I did see Grease in the line of duty, but that wasn't voluntary.
You saw Grease. You've never mentioned that.
Oh, well, as you know, I used to be a special constable. And when Grease first came out, there was a sort of rowdiness outbreak. Call came over from the Savoy Cinema, well, the ABC as it was by then, that some of the local faces were causing trouble.
Right.
So we went in there, Skipper read the riot act, we separated them, and they said to me, well, you two stay here, and if it kicks off again, give us a call. So I sat through Grease, keeping an eye on the local hounds.
He's full of surprises. OK, to ensure there's no conferring, would you please take your positions in our legendary question room? OK, Carolyn, film and TV, do you want to go first or second?
I will go first, please.
Good luck. Big moment, playing for £16,000. Here we go. In a 2008 film about a man who ages in reverse, what is the name of the title character played by Brad Pitt? Is it Benjamin Button, Edward Scissorhands or Ichabod Crane?
It's Benjamin Button.
It is. Have you seen the film?
No.
Oh.
I just remember from trailers and things.
Well, Scissorhands was in Scissorhands and Ichabod Crane... Chris, where was Ichabod Crane from?
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, right. All right, so, well done. Benjamin Button is the answer. Chris, on to you. What was the name of the fictional town where the TV comedy series The League of Gentlemen was set? Is it Springfield, Royston Vasey or Sunnydale?
That's Royston Vasey, Jeremy.
We'll have no trouble here.
Yeah.
Royston Vasey. OK, Carolyn. Which film star's mother was a Dutch baroness called Ella van Heemstra? Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn or Greta Garbo?
I'm really not sure, so this is a perfect guess. I'm just going to go for Grace Kelly.
Let's see if the Eggheads know. Judith, you know.
It's Audrey Hepburn.
It is Audrey Hepburn, yep. Chris, in which film did Gene Hackman first play the role of the policeman Popeye Doyle? Is it Unforgiven, Bonnie and Clyde, or The French Connection?
He's in The French Connection, Jeremy.
The French Connection is quite right. Well done. So, you need to get this one right, Carolyn,
do.
to stay in. Yeah. Jenny Campbell and Tej Lalvani joined the lineup of which TV series in 2017? Dragon's Den, Strictly Come Dancing, or The Great British Bake Off?
It was Dragon's Den.
It was indeed Dragon's Den. Well done. Do you watch it?
Yes.
Good stuff. Excellent. Very handy. However, Chris, you can take the round with this question. Which British film star, born in 1921, never won a competitive Academy Award, despite being nominated for Best Actress 6 times? So, British film star, Vivien Leigh, Gene Simmons, or Deborah Kerr?
Nominated 6 times.
Yes, for Best Actress.
It's got to be Vivien Leigh.
No, it was Deborah Kerr, Chris. Let off for our challenger. That's good. All level.
Oh, wow.
Carolyn, we go to sudden death.
We do.
So it becomes a little bit harder. I don't give you options, okay? Frank Gorshin appeared regularly as which villain in the 1960s American television series Batman?
Well, I used to watch Batman because I was a wee lass then. So I'm going to have to just take a guess, I'm afraid. I'm going to say the Joker.
It's the other one you would have chosen if you hadn't done the Joker.
Riddler.
It's the Riddler.
Oh.
The Riddler. The Riddler is the answer. Chris, you can take it with this. In which decade was the children's television programme Crackerjack first broadcast?
It's Friday, it's 5 o'clock, and it's Crackerjack. It was in the 50s with Eamon Andrews.
Well, gosh, I would have gone 60s with that, but you're absolutely right. Do you know the year itself, Chris?
About 1956, 57.
55. Well done. You've taken it. Chris, you're in the final round. Sorry, Carolyn.
That's all right.
He just sneaked past you on sudden death. Please come back to us, rejoin your teams, and we'll play round 2. As it stands, the Hotchpotches have lost a brain from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost one so far, but then they are playing very well. History is the next subject. So, who's our history person?
Probably Rachel.
Yes.
Yeah.
OK, Rachel. Against which Egghead obviously can't be Chris?
Can I go for Beth?
You very much can. So, Rachel from the Hotchpotches taking on Beth on history from the Eggheads, and please take your positions. Rachel, would you like to go first or second?
Can I go first, please?
OK, Rachel, our challenger, good luck. Here we go. Which future British Prime Minister made a daring escape from a military prison during the Boer War in 1899? Was it Neville Chamberlain, Winston Churchill, or Anthony Eden?
Gosh. So I know Winston Churchill had longevity, and he did some quite interesting things, didn't he? So I know people will be screaming because I know the answer to this. I don't know. I'm going to say Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill's quite right. Well done. Winston Churchill is right. Beth, your question. The Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, or ANZAC, was first assembled to fight during which conflict? ANZAC, Iraq War, Crimean War, or World War I?
They have Anzac Day, don't they? They were heavily involved in Gallipoli. Gallipoli was World War I. World War I.
Chris, do you know?
Yeah, World War I, yeah. Most famously, of course, at Gallipoli.
World War I is the right answer. Back to Rachel, our challenger. What was the first name of the American senator after whom the term McCarthyism was named? Is this Joseph, Michael, or Benjamin?
Gosh, isn't that interesting? I know his surname so well. Joseph.
Joseph is right.
Gosh.
Well done. Joseph is the right answer. Well done. Beth, back to you to catch up. What was the name of the communist-led guerrilla movement in Yugoslavia during World War II that was commanded by Josip Broz Tito? Red Brigades, Maquis, or Partisans?
Well, a lot of it's communism. They often have red at the beginning. On the very flimsy basis of communism equals red brigades.
Eggheads?
Partisans.
Partisans. Partisans was the answer. So, Rachel, get this right, you're in the final. In the early 19th century, depopulated election districts in the UK that retained their original representation were called rotten boroughs. What equivalent term was used for election districts controlled by one person or family? What was the term? Tin pot boroughs, pocket boroughs, or fife boroughs?
Just by the name, I'm just thinking it was in the pocket, so I'm going to say a pocket borough.
Beautiful. 3 out of 3. Pocket boroughs is right. You're in the final. Well done. Very well played, Rachel. You just ferreted out every answer. Sorry, Beth, knocked out by our challenger and not in the final round. Come back, rejoin your teams. OK, good work by Rachel. She's levelled it up. The Hotchpotches have lost 1 brain from the final round. The Eggheads have now lost 1 as well. And we go into sport. Who would like sport?
Anyone else? No?
Yeah.
Gareth,
I'll take
OK.
that.
Which Egghead would you like to take on?
It's got to be Judith.
No,
Has
it
it?
doesn't have to be.
Well, I've been told.
It's going to be Judith.
I've got no choice. It's going to be Judith.
Gareth from the Hotchpotches challenging Judith on sport. Please go to our question room. OK, Judith, we mustn't mention what happened in the last sporting round.
No, don't, Neds.
OK. Would you like to go first or second on sport, Gareth?
I'll go first.
But watch out for Judith here because she's known as the Siren. She calls people onto the rocks. What is the puck used in ice hockey usually made from, Gareth? Is it rubber, wood or metal?
I don't think it would be wood. Metal would be a bit too hard. I'll go rubber.
Rubber is right. Well done. Yeah, I think that's, if it was flying around a piece of metal, it would be so dangerous.
Yeah, I know it's a
bad
dangerous one
enough.
anyway, but yeah.
OK, Judith, your first question. The Bodyline series of the early 1930s was a controversial period in which sport? Is the answer athletics, cricket or snooker?
That was cricket.
Cricket is right. 1 each. Gareth, back to you with your second. Which of these British horse races is run on the flat? Grand National, Cheltenham Gold Cup or St Leger?
The flat. See, horse racing is one sport that I know pretty much nothing about. I'm going in between Grand National and Cheltenham Gold Cup. I don't know why, but I'm just ruling out St Leger. Flat. I'll go Grand National.
Grand National is your answer. Let's see, challengers, do you know?
St Leger,
St Leger, you're saying, Pam. Why is that?
because Cheltenham Gold Cup and the Grand National are both jump races.
Ah, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, so Cheltenham Gold Cup and the Grand National are both jump races, Gareth.
Oh, okay.
So it's the St Leger. So, Judith, a chance to take the lead. Which Australian rugby union player born in 1962 scored a record 64 international tries for his country? David Campese, John Eales or Tim Horan?
Gosh, I have absolutely no idea. John Eales is a name that seems to stand out, so I'm going to say him.
Eggheads?
Campese?
It's Campese.
David Campese is the answer.
He's the winger.
He's the winger.
Yeah.
So level. Gareth, your question. Which Liverpool football player was transferred to Hamburg SV in 1977 for a reported fee of £500,000? Kevin Keegan, Graham Souness or Kenny Dalglish?
1977. I don't think Kenny Dalglish played abroad. I will go for Kevin Keegan.
You've got it right. Well done. You were thinking so carefully there. Well done. So, Judith, this to stay in now. At the 2016 Olympics, Laura Kenny, then known as Laura Trott, won 2 track cycling gold medals, one in the team pursuit and the other in which event? Is it sprint, omnium, or Kirin?
I think it was the Omnium.
You're right. It was the omnium. We go to sudden death. I'm sorry, she's hard to shake off, Gareth. She plays down her skills on sport. We go to sudden death. It gets a bit harder. I don't give you options. Here we go. Which British Formula One champion, born in 1939, narrowly missed out on representing Britain in shooting at the 1960 Summer Olympics?
1939. I don't even know whether he was British, but Sterling Moss, he's a racing driver. I don't know a lot about Formula One.
It's not Sterling Moss, although, right sort of area. So Jackie Stewart.
Oh, Jack. Okay, I've heard of him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said it's his biggest sporting regret, not being picked for the shooting. So Judith, you can take the round with this. In 2015, the female Ethiopian athlete Genzebi Dibaba set a world record of 3 minutes and 50.07 seconds in which track event?
3 minutes. A 4-minute mile. 1,500 metres.
Gareth, I'm sorry, the siren has lured you onto the rocks here. She's done it again. 1,500 metres is the right answer. Judith, you're in the final on sport. There we go. Come back to us, both of you. One more round to play before the final. The Hotchpotches have lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have just lost 1. We play on with geography. So it's going to be Pam or the team captain?
It's going to be me.
All right, Sue.
Well done.
Against which Egghead? And you can have Pat or Steve, known as the twin pillars.
Oh, dear. I don't know.
Take a pillar out, the whole thing may crumble.
I think I'll go for Steve.
OK, Sue from the Hotchpotches taking on Steve from the Eggheads. How's your geography?
It were all right last night.
OK, let's hope there's been a decline. Please take your positions in our question room. Sue, you love to travel, I gather.
I do, yes.
You're playing Steve on geography, and would you like to go first or second?
First, please.
See if you can take down one of the pillars of the Eggheads. Here we go. The Bog of Allen and the Golden Vale are areas in which European country? Norway, Iceland, or Ireland? And Bog of Allen is A-L-L-E-N.
I really don't know this. I'm going to go for Iceland.
It's Ireland. I suppose bog and...
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Steve, which town close to the easternmost point in mainland Scotland is otherwise known as the Blue Toon? Glasgow, Peterhead, or Edinburgh?
Yeah, it's not a phrase I've heard, but I imagine it must be Peterhead,
Why do you imagine that?
because I don't think it's either others.
OK, Peterhead's right. Brilliant. Sue, we go back to you. The River Tamar forms much of the historic boundary between Devon and which other county? Cornwall, Somerset, or Dorset?
Oh, gosh. Well, it's not Dorset. I'm going to say Somerset.
Challengers?
I think it's
I think it's Cornwall, Sue.
Oh,
It's just
dear.
the other side. Don't you worry. Steve is a fearsome player. Let's see if he can get his second question right. He'll be in the final if he does. Venezuela shares land borders with how many countries? Steve, is it 3, 7, or 12?
All right. Venezuela. Colombia. It's 3, Jeremy.
3 is the right answer. Guyana, Brazil, Colombia, as it happens. Steve, that puts you into the final. Sorry, Sue, but don't worry. Challengers are not out of it yet. Return to us and we'll see you play for £16,000. And this is what we have been playing towards. It's time for our final round, which, as always, is general knowledge. But those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be taking part in this round. So that's Sue, Carolyn, and Gareth from the Hotchpotches, and also Beth from the Eggheads. Would you please now leave the studio? Rachel and Pam, you're playing to win the Hotchpotches £16,000. What a great jackpot today. And Chris, Pat, Steve and Judith, you're playing to keep the money in the studio and defend your reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge. You can confer. So, Hotchpotches, the question is, can your 2 brains defeat these 4? I'm sure you can do it. Pam, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go second, please.
All right, so we start with the Eggheads, and your first question. The Borzoi is a breed of what? Horse, dog, bear?
Dog.
Russian hunting dog.
Yeah.
Was he bred to chase bears or something?
That's a great long head thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Borzoi.
The Borzoi is a dog.
Dog is correct. Here's your question. Challenges. On a standard QWERTY keyboard, which letter sits between the S and the F? I, D, or K?
Not Annie. D.
I think it's
Because I and K are both over there.
Okay.
Your answer is?
D.
D is right. Well done, Pam. Eggheads. Which Formula One driver, born in 1979, is nicknamed the Iceman? Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, or Kimi Räikkönen?
Raikkonen.
I think it's Raikkonen, isn't it? Famously
Does about 4 words a year.
taciturn, cool guy. That's Kimi Räikkönen.
Yes, indeed. Is that because he's just very cool?
He's he's interviewed. He's a challenger for the interviewers. He doesn't have much to say, but he's actually a cult figure for lots of Formula One fans. In China, he's a huge star.
And where's he from then?
Finland.
So hence ice as well, I suppose. Cold up there. Kimi Räikkönen is the right answer. Well done. Back to you, challengers. Here we go. Which cartoonist created the character Andy Capp? Was it Reg Smythe, Frank Dickens, or Alex Graham?
Yes, do you know any of those? They're not names that mean anything to me.
I don't,
Andy
actually.
Capp he's older, isn't he? That's a cartoon
Yes.
that's been around a long time.
Lovely.
So I don't know if one of those names seems
Well,
older.
I think
Reg
that-
sounds an older
Yes.
name. So a complete guess, I would go for Reg just because, but I don't know any of the names. I'll defer to you.
I think I go with that too because I don't know.
Okay.
We're going to say Red Smythe.
Reg Smythe is your answer. Good bit of democracy in action there on your team. Reg Smythe is correct. Well done to you both. Really good. So 2 out of 2. Eggheads. Which city is the world's most northerly capital of a sovereign state? Oslo, Reykjavik, or Moscow?
I think it's Reykjavik.
Yeah, I think it's Reykjavik, yeah.
Is there anything in sovereign state? Why specified that?
Well, they're all Russia, Iceland, and Norway are all sovereign states. So I don't think that.
Right.
That's
I
not
just
really a
thought it was
problem.
on some trick.
No.
Yeah, Reykjavik's definitely.
I think I've heard of Reykjavik being the northernmost. Are we happy with
I
Reykjavik?
think it's got to be
Reykjavik.
Yeah.
Reykjavik.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's Reykjavik.
Reykjavik is correct. Challengers, you've got to get this right now to stay in the contest. You've got everything right so far. Here's your question. Iris Murdoch married which fellow writer in 1956? Is it Anthony Powell, Patrick Hamilton, or John Bailey?
John Bailey. Yes, John Bailey.
John Bailey is your answer. Eggheads?
Yes, right.
Absolutely right. Well done. Great play, Pam. It gets a bit harder now. Sudden death. The jackpot is £16,000. We're starting with the Eggheads. I don't give you options. You know that, Eggs. To Right A is the title of an album released in 1982 by which English pop group?
Dexys Midnight Runner.
Sounds like Dexys, doesn't it? Yeah.
No idea.
Yeah, my mate had it.
It's the big lyric from Come On Eileen.
Yeah, it's definitely that.
Dexys Midnight Runners.
Dexys Midnight Runners is right. Okay, to stay in, challenges. Sudden death, here we go. Which long-running police drama series, first broadcast in 1962, was the first to feature James Ellis as Burt Lynch and Frank Windsor as John Watt?
Z-Cars.
Is it? Yes.
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 Z-Cars.
Z-Cars is right. Eggheads. Which 5-letter word, Eggheads, is represented by the letters Q and U in the acronym Quango?
Quasi-autonomous, non-governmental organisation.
Quasi-autonomous, non-governmental organisation.
Organisation.
So we want quasi.
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 Quasi is right, and you're right about the abbreviation Quasi-Autonomous Non-Governmental Organisation, Quango. Okay, again, it comes back to you. This is the trouble with going second. You're on the defensive, but just keep getting them right, and you're doing brilliantly. Here we go. The ancient philosopher known as Epictetus is particularly associated with which school of thought?
Could you spell his name, please?
Yes, Epictetus, Epictetus.
I
Well,
think.
he sounds Greek, doesn't he?
Yes, I'm just thinking of the school. I think that. I can't think of the word.
Is it like a discipline, like Stoicism or
Yes,
something like that?
like
Is
that.
it? It's one of those.
I think so.
Is it aestheticism or rhetoric? Or
No. That's a subject.
It's not a subject.
I'm afraid it's gone out of my mind.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to make a guess then.
You can say Stoicism. That's as nearest, but I can't see what
Okay.
it is.
Okay. So should we say Stoicism as
Yes.
our best guess?
We're throwing ourselves in the Greek knives now. Stoicism,
Stoicism is your answer.
because we're stoic.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed, you are. If you've got it wrong, the contest is over. It is stoicism. Oh, Rachel. A brilliant
well done,
answer.
Rachel.
Eggheads, your question. Sudden death. What is the title of the 4-act opera by Amilcare Ponchielli that is set in 17th century Venice and is based on a work by Victor Hugo?
Right,
Well, he did La Gioconda.
he did. That's where, is that where Dance of the Hours comes from and all that sort of stuff?
What else did he do? A work by
Victor Hugo. So,
Rigoletto was based on Hugo, but the main Rigoletto is Verdi.
yeah. What else? It's not even Hunchback of Notre Dame. Is it Les Miserables? No.
Will we try La Gioconda?
We've got no else really.
Okay, we're going to try La Gioconda.
La Gioconda is the right answer.
Oh, well done.
Okay, sudden death, they are good, aren't they? To stay in. Challenges. Which US author and broadcaster is known for his humorous short stories set in an imaginary small town in Minnesota called Lake Wobegon?
I got his book. You know, don't you? It's on the radio station. I got an S, you see, so stoic.
Yeah.
There's something. There's a G coming
G
here, but
in a surname.
I don't know. Could be anywhere.
I'm just trying to think of any American writers, and I'm sure I know loads, but I can't think of them at the moment.
I know. My mind's exhausted. I can't think of anything.
It's attrition.
I think his second name got 2 syllables. I'm going to give up, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a silly name. Glenn Gould. Go on.
Glenn Gould. Okay. If you've got this wrong, the contest is over. And the G is vital. The first name is Garrison. And
Keeler.
That's right. And the two
Like the marmalade. Hey.
and your 2-syllable surname is Keeler. Do you know, you played such an immense game. I know, I feel we put you through kind of punishment there. Well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was powerful stuff. We have to say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won. Well. Oh, you okay, Pam? You got through
Fine.
that. Good.
I would sleep on the way home. There's still a train to get.
All right, brilliant. What a contest. Commiserations, Hotchpotches. The Eggheads have done their thing. They are playing well at the moment. You took them deep into sudden death in the final round. Really impressive. You won't be going home with the £16,000, so we will roll that money over, and I feel bad even mentioning that because you so deserve it. Oh, my goodness, what a contest. Join us next time to see if a new team of challengers have the brains to defeat the Eggheads. There'll be £17,000 as the jackpot when we play again. Until then, goodbye.